report received. Bridge. Ancona Falconera. Ancona Falconera. No report received. Bridge. Keeley. Keeley. No report received. Bridge. Zagreb. Zagreb. No report received. Bridge. Split. Split.
So after listening to this frequency for a while, I've determined it is Canadian, and it is aviation, weather report, aviation weather report. As for where exactly it's coming from, I have no idea. But it's kind of cool. I can just receive this on the ham radio. I'm going to pause the video here and keep scrolling through the band, and I'll let you know what else I find. Another interesting signal. I can't quite make out what he's saying, and I'm unable to clean it up a little more as I go back. Signal doesn't work out quite so well. Can't quite bring him in. Interesting signal though. Definitely heard a voice. Kind of interesting. Okay, moving along.
Seas 8 and 9 feet in northwest 12, within 15 north, 95 west, 216 north, 94 west, 216 north, 95 west, 213 north, 98 west, 212 north, 97 west, 213 north, 96 west, 215 north, 95 west, including the Gulf of Tehuantepec. North to northeast wind 20 to 25 knots. Seas 8 feet. 24-hour forecast within 15 north, 95 west, 216 north, 94 west, 216 north, 95 west, 213 north, 98 west, 212 north, 97 west, 213 north, 96 west, 215 north, 95 west, including the Gulf of Tehuantepec. Wind 20 knots or less. Seas 8 feet in Lake 12. 30-hour forecast conditions improved.
Okay, this was fun. On to the next.
Seas less than 8 feet.
So this is interesting. This is CW or Morse code, but I'm unable to decode it with the decoder built into the radio. That's why you see all of the E's and the TE at the bottom. That's not coming from this code at all. It actually hasn't triggered one bit on this code for some reason. But if there's any CW operators out there that can pick up some of these beeping and figure out what they're saying, that would be great. I have no idea who's doing the signal. It could be aviation, it could be marine. I don't know, because I can't decode it. I don't I don't do CW myself. But it is interesting, nonetheless. I always like rolling right out of band, and sometimes into other bands, as I just discovered. I wasn't really paying attention to the frequency, but it would seem that I walked out of the 20 meter band and into the 17 meter band. So I guess that was CW, and probably from a fellow ham. If I'd just learned to speak it, or at least receive it, I would have known better. Okay, let's pause here and move forward. So that sounds like CW when all you have is caffeinated coffee. Just all day, every day. Another interesting signal. Right then, moving along. That's an interesting signal. Some form of digital. Nothing I've heard before. Kinda cool. The stuff you can locate with a waterfall display. Interesting. I like sticking my nose in other people's business. Okay, moving along. Not sure where the signal's coming from. Well, I'm gonna guess it's not coming out of Canada. And I think you Americans are off the hook too. Just saying. Let's sniff around here. The interesting stuff you find when you look. Right then, moving along. Found another station. This one's on the other sideband. Asian. I'm really not sure. They're not talking Canadian. But it is interesting. And this is the stuff you don't normally hear, because you're generally not looking in this area or listening for it. But every now and again, I like to use the advantage of an open VFO to go sniffing around frequencies and just hear what I can hear. Okay, moving along to the next.
Alô, Félix José, ele está na Nacional de Brasília, ouvindo lá no Amazonas. Onde é
Okay, this guy sounds like he's trying to sell a car. I think something about a good sunroof, I'm really not sure. Okay, on to the next. Some foreign language AM station. I'm assuming I'm somewhere in the shortwave band because there have been a lot of stations just sort of stacked up along here. And they're voice stations, so they're not encoded at all or encrypted at all. But it's all through here. So I'm assuming the shortwave or some other international AM. So if any of the viewers out there are able to catch some of what's being said and you understand the language, I'd appreciate the comment. This video is just about, surfing the frequencies and receiving whatever it is you can hear. Kind of interesting. Probably just a commercial station, but interesting nonetheless. On to the next.
Tracker 7, Bravo, Sierra Mike. Good afternoon, or good afternoon, Bruce.
Good afternoon, Tom. Everyone on net. No traffic.
And with no traffic. Thanks very much, Bruce. Good afternoon to you there. Thanks for checking. And Victor Echo 7, Romeo Papa X-ray. Good afternoon, Bob.
So what we're listening to here is the Aurora Afternoon Net. This is ham radio.
Thank you very much, Bob.
This is a regular scheduled net. This net happens every single night at the same time, UTC. So it's either at 5 o'clock in the summer, 4 o'clock in the winter. Every night like clockwork. There's actually 2 of them. There'll be another one that's on in a couple of more hours. And this is pretty much Western Canada from Ontario to Vancouver. Prior to hitting the record, I did check in with the net, and I mentioned that I put up a new antenna, new high frequency antenna. Basically, it's the same as the old one. I'm using brand new wire. That's pretty much it.
Also have a great weekend, everybody. Thanks very much for checking. 7-3, in for the station, warning line, Fraser Valley.
With this particular net, if you were had a high frequency radio or were an amateur radio operator, or maybe you don't care about amateur radio, you just own the radio and the antenna and you actually know how to use it. If you were having an emergency situation, right around 5 p.m. through the summer months, and when you go to the daylight savings, it's then 4 p.m. This is about the perfect frequency to dial your radio to at that time and try and make your call in, because you will get a plethora of radio operators that are literally just waiting for an emergency so that they can be of good assistance. Other than that, moving along.
Toronto, no report received. Good. Terminal forecast. Toronto, no report received.
So this appears to be another aviation weather.
Ottawa.
But by the sounds of the locations, this is Eastern Canada. So the one in the video previous to this that sounds just like this would be Western Canada.
Bagotville. No report.
This guy's Eastern Canada.
Great. This is Trenton Military.
Let's see what else we can find. Oh, would you have a look at that? That's just what I call RF terrorism. Somebody has got what appears to be no filters whatsoever, and when they beacon off that transmission, we'll have a look at how much of the band it distorts. That's all various harmonics along their signal due to a serious lack of filters, I think. Like, that's just terrible. You disturb so much of the band. I can't even lock the signal to figure it out. It's just such distortion. That's an example of what you don't want your equipment to do. Okay, moving along. So that terrible distortion is still around. Whoever owns that transmitter needs to take it out of service. It's a detriment to RF. After trying to listen to this signal and hearing that distortion, you can understand why I don't feel very good about the transmitter. There seems to be a few signals around here one can look at and play with. When all that darn distortion isn't getting you. I mean, that's just terrible. That sort of radio interference just should not happen. I mean, yeah, it's terrible is what it is. It takes right away from the fun of being RF nosy. Anyway, this video is almost 19 minutes long. I think I'll cut it off here. This has just been a quick video of, a 20-minute video of surfing the HF radio waves, trying to hear outside the amateur radio spectrum as to some of the other signals, and we've certainly captured a few. I hope you've enjoyed the video. Have a great day. Oh, that's just terrible.